how was your husband about it when you started drag?
So he was not the most supportive person. He said, I married a man, not a woman.
Oh, hi, it's Crystal here from RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 1, and welcome to Attitude Tea Time in association with Taimi. I'm temporarily taking over from Tea or Coffee to bring you the freshly brewed tea on Drag Race UK Season 3 with the latest eliminee. Today, I'm joined by the beautiful, steaming bowl of dirty rice that is Vanity Milan. Hi, Vanity!
Hi, Crystal. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? It's so nice to meet you.
You too.
How are you feeling after last night?
After last night, I'm feeling so good. It's my time now. I'm gonna hit the ground running. It's what you do after the show that counts, right? Defo. How did it feel watching it? You knew it was coming. I cried my eyes out the whole episode because I knew what was coming and I knew that the emotions of that episode were gonna come back again. So I was just like, oh, here we go. And the waterworks started. But it was such a beautiful episode. And what a way to leave on a beautiful episode.
Yeah, it was really, really, really great. And I think you served two of your best looks on the show so far, which was lovely to go out on that high as well.
Yeah, I mean, if there was one look I would rather leave on, it would be my oh my goddess look. It was so
stunning. And I love this hair on you today.
Oh, big hair, don't care.
Looks so good. Like you say, it's what matters after the race. You've had a freaking glow up, babe.
Yeah, the glow up is real. And I think that's what the fans actually forget. Like, we're not recording this live, so I'm not busted now. I was busted in Greece back then when I didn't know shit.
Vanity, you were so close to the final. How does that feel? Does it sting? Or are you happy with it?
It was a bittersweet moment. I think God has other plans for me. And top 3 wasn't it. And again, like I said, it's what I do after the show. And also going up against Crystal Versace, who was born to be a drag queen. Drag, right? I just knew it was coming. So there's only one thing I could have done, which was give a great lip sync and leave on a high.
How many lip syncs did you do?
4.
That is outrageous.
And I was like,
outrageous.
Like the person who's going to do 4 lip syncs as well this season, and it never happened. I went home, but I was able to do 4 lip syncs, which is really great.
Incredible. I knew when I did my second, I was like, that's it. There's no way I'm getting through 2 of these. There's absolutely no way. Where did you find the energy to keep going in that scenario?
I love performing. So if it come down to a lip sync, I definitely wanted to give a really great performance. Whether I was going home that night or not, I wanted to leave on a really good performance. So, Scandalous, I was spinning and I was like, yeah, and that's turned into a whole entire meme.
Oh my God. The lip sync of the season, perhaps. And Alicia Dixon. Could you hear her on that stage?
I could. You could not hear her because she was living her best life. She was living. When you think like you're on the stage and you're like the judges are like sitting there and she pushed her chair back, she got up, she was dancing. That was one of the best moments. I was like, you were living for me and I am living for you. It was literally just me and her in that moment.
I love that for you. Meanwhile, I performed in front of Jerry, and instead of scandalous, she's just scandalized.
She was scandalized.
She was not feeling it. So there you go. Yeah, you've got that one to lean on. Okay, so this week's challenge was a roast.
Yes. Oh God.
Are you partial to a roast?
Oh, I love a good old roast dinner. But I'm not partial to a roast when it comes to roasting my sisters. Not at all. I'm a nice person. I'm a very kind-hearted person. And if I have to go there, it's going to be there or I don't do it at all. So I was like, let me not roast. I'll try and roast now.
But you are naturally funny.
Naturally funny. So when it came to writing the jokes and actually getting the punchlines out, it was just the moment. And I wish I had a little bit more confidence when it comes to speaking on the microphone and speaking in public in general. I think I have a little bit of an issue with that, but it's getting better. And again, the glow up and the grow up is real.
Okay, well then, have you got a joke for me now?
No, I don't. I am the joke, bitch.
Oh! I loved Ella's dad joke. Like that's what I would have done if I'd been in a roast situation. It just would have been non-stop dad jokes. So
that is literally a walking dad joke. Just like from morning till night, dad jokes.
Were there any roasts or reads that were too much for TV? Anything we didn't see?
No, I think you saw everything that we said. Like, I think there was nothing cut out. I think I didn't get read enough. I would have loved to have seen me read me more. I was like, oh, come on, read me for my makeup again.
You're a bit of a masochist.
Yes, just read me, girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hit me where it hurts.
Where it hurts, so I can laugh at myself some more.
Okay, and then so obviously then the cards fell how they did, and you were up against Crystal Versace in the lip sync. How do you feel about the outcome? Do you think it was fair? Do you feel like you lost that fair and square?
You know what? I'm gonna say it should have been probably a double Shantae, you stay, but again, we've had so many double saves, double eliminations, someone leaving the competition, bless her heart. I knew we couldn't have done a top 4 3 times in a row. I think that would have got boring for us, boring for the fans, and someone needed to go home, and the cards fell how they fell, and it was my turn to go. And I actually felt it was my time to go. I think I'd already done what I needed to do in order to stay as far as I did, because I didn't think I was actually going to get that far.
Yeah, you did amazingly. Anything you wish you'd done differently on the show?
No, because when we filmed the show, we was in a lockdown, so there was nothing we could have done. Maybe I could have pushed the looks and elevated them a little bit more, but my husband worked his ass off while he was working full time during the pandemic, serving rich people in Gucci, and came home and made my costumes. I wouldn't change anything.
Wow.
Because we worked really hard to get where we are.
Well, speaking of your husband, that was such a nice moment when he popped up on the screen in Untucked.
And bawled my eyes out because I missed him so much. And you have to realize, like, we were there. I made it nine episodes. So I've been away from him for a very long time. And I was just like, this is my rock. This is the person I go to when I need help, or when I need advice, or when I need just to let off some steam. And I didn't have that. So when I saw him pop up, which was a huge pop up, I was like, I was not expecting this at all. I had to cry my eyes out because I miss him. I love him so much.
I know exactly what you mean. It's when you're in the show, the only people you can really talk to are the other contestants, but they're still your competitors, so you don't want to necessarily give them your full vulnerability or say,
I don't want to give you my weakness because you might use that and hurt me with it, and I'm not here for that because I fight.
How did you and your husband meet?
So we met on a youth exchange in Greece. It was like a 10-day youth exchange, and I think it was love at first sight. It's so cheesy.
That's so nice.
And then I came back to the UK, and he went back to Estonia with the Skyping every day, and then he bought me like a one-way ticket to Estonia, and I stayed there for 5 years and came back after that. Yeah, little love story for you.
So did you start drag after you met?
So I dabbled in drag a little bit, like the heels and the hair and the clothes. And then I stopped for a little while. And then when I came back from Estonia, I was like, you know, there's so many great dancers out here in the UK. There's so many phenomenal performers. And my first drag show was at the RVT, and I saw Reese's Pieces and Frida Slaves. And I was like, how the hell do I become you? And they gave me the greatest advice in the world. Shout out to them. And they said, go to do competitions. And I was like, well, let me find a competition. So yeah, that's how I dabbled in it. 2019, I started drag and I did a competition. So it was just.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. How was your husband about it when you started drag?
So he was not the most supportive person. He said, I married a man, not a woman. And I was like, yeah, but you know, I've done the dance thing. I want to do the performing thing and entertain crowds instead of just like being someone's backup dancer or something like that. So it was just like, Then I did the competition and he was making clothes for the competition, and it got him excited because it gave him something to do in design that he's always wanted to do. So that's when we became the team, and he was like, now I understand it. Now I fully support it because we are a team and we can do this together. Yeah,
I love that. It's so true. It's like people think that you're suddenly trying to be a woman, and it's not that at all. You're playing a character. You're just an actor on stage, really. So
yeah, and we're living our full fantasy, to be honest with you, in the queer community, and we're here, and we're like, we just love to entertain. Like we just, Do we feel woman today? Yes, we do.
Ooh, attention me.
It's like we got the one shoulder memo, by the way. Yeah.
Yes. Always give them a bit of skin.
Always a bit of skin.
So you mentioned that your Jamaican background on the show and that your family didn't have a problem with you being gay and with your marriage. Was that something that you were anxious about growing up? Was that something that you ever struggled with, or?
I mean, in school, obviously, I knew who I was in school. And obviously you get called the gay, the batty man, the this, the that. And you're like, I mean, yes, I am, but I don't want to tell you that I am because I might be a little bit scared of coming out and telling you that I am. Mm-hmm. But, you know, my family have always supported me in anything and everything that I wanted to do. So that was such a blessing for me because, you know, having supportive parents is very important in a young kid's life. Especially if they want to, you know, do something that's not, when we say the norm, what is normal? I want to play with dolls, I want to play with hair, I want to put your shoes on, like supported me fully. Auditions, dance auditions. My dad took me to those. It was just the support from day one. And, you know, they've installed quite a lot of lessons in me to like, go reach for what you want, like cost it what it will. And I've learned from that.
That's wonderful. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about was that when the season 3 cast was announced, a lot of people were surprised that you were the only Black queen on the show.
I was surprised too.
Yeah, you were taken aback. So
yeah,
how did that feel walking in? Did you feel a pressure to represent? What was that like?
So I just, when I sat down and the queens kept coming, I was like, oh, there's going to be someone, I'm waiting for like Reese's Pieces or Free the Slaves or Baby to enter the room, like somebody I know in the drag scene that I've worked with. And I didn't see anyone of color, and I was just like, and I think I turned to Victoria Scott and was like, I'm the only Black person here. And she was like, yes, pressure. I felt a lot of pressure. There was a lot of times where I didn't think I was doing my community justice. There was times where I broke down in tears off camera because I was like, this is too much for me. Times that I almost was like, I can't do this. But then I thought, you know what? I'm here for a reason, and I'm continuously being unapologetically Black, unapologetically myself, and also giving a platform to queer POC people, performers, cabaret performers who want a platform or need a platform. I want to be that person to create a platform and inspire someone to reach for their dreams. If I can do it, so can you. And I think that was very important for me to be an advocate for my peers that are coming up now.
Did that make it harder as well, being on the show, maybe not having someone from the exact same background as you that you could?
Yes, because, you know, we are sisters on the group, but I didn't see a sister. I didn't see someone that I could ask the makeup tips. Saying like, maybe you should ask, you know, Crystal, who does her makeup really well, makeup tips. And I was like, it's good, but she uses white, and I don't use white on my face to highlight. I have to use something else. And I wish there was somebody else of a skin tone that I could ask those types of questions to, because in that process, I was still learning about makeup.
Yeah, that's hard. Who did you bond with the most on the show?
I bonded with all of them in individual ways. They are the most amazing people, on screen, off screen. I think because I knew Kitty and Ella and Electra before, like we worked together, I just bonded with them. But then I was like, I'm here to make friends. I'm here to make new sisters. And I was literally the auntie of the group. So I was making sure that River was always energied up with the Barocca. I was always making sure that the Spanish sausage was, like, you know, feeling spicy, like how you feeling. Like I was the auntie and making sure that everyone was having a great time. That's what I was there to do.
I could have used a bit of that on my season, to be honest.
Shade.
I was gonna read you for that pageant answer, but I actually believe it coming from you. I'm gonna let you off. I think that's just genuine vanity, isn't it?
I didn't need to act up for the cameras. I gave what I was giving, and I did it being myself.
Love that.
Pageant answer again.
Okay, any behind the scenes moments that didn't make it on the show that you can reveal?
So I can tell you that how Dirty Rice came about.
Yeah.
So there's me sitting in the corner being an auntie, just like by myself, trying to plan something, or we were writing something, and they were like, so choose what you want for lunch. And I saw like Dirty Rice on the menu, and I was like just sitting there by myself, and I just yelled out to everybody like, Dirty Rice. And everyone just bursted out into laughter, production, camera crew, and they were like, what the hell is this? And I was like, I don't really know. It's just something that and everyone started laughing and everyone was saying it. So then it became dirty tights, lumpy pads. So it was just the saying, and we were just using it the whole time to just raise the spirit in the group when we all felt down. It ended up being on television, so I was just like, oh, I made a moment.
Final question, Vanity.
Yes.
Is orange the new black?
Orange is always the new black for me, baby. Okay. I think this is what people missed about my promo look. Because it was orange, I was paying homage to the fact that I'd worn orange basically the whole season. So I was paying homage to that, and orange looks good on my skin tone.
It
so
does.
I wear the heck out of it. And obviously today I'm not wearing orange. I'll give that a little rest for today.
Well, I appreciate all the orange, and I appreciate you. Congratulations on an amazing run.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching Attitude Tea Time, served to you in association with Taimi. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and tune in next week where Tia Kofi will be back and interviewing the finalists for one last sip of scalding hot Drag Race UK tea. Bye-bye.